What's going on, everybody? Jada Black here, back with another video. Shout out to everybody that's tuning in. You know, when you end a relationship, you're supposed to move on, okay? If you don't want to be with somebody, just move on, okay? There's no reason to sit there and throw shade or whatever it is you want to call it at somebody to sneak diss them or whatnot. If you had an intimate relationship with somebody, okay, you should be able to walk away from that situation and not still reference that person, especially when you know that other person is going through some shit. Okay? You're going through some shit in your career. I'm talking about Nicki Minaj. Okay? You apparently have moved on to a new guy. You referenced Meek Mill in a song. The same song you used to diss him with on this particular performance that you did. We're going to get to that. But apparently Nicki Minaj is still not good with Meek. And I knew that there was something going on there when she defended the judge that had put Meek back in jail. Okay. And it just seems to me that Nicki Minaj, it's almost as if Meek Mill sold her a dream that never came to fruition. Okay. I think Nicki probably felt like she had left her situation with Safari to be with Meek Mill, and she thought that it would work out a certain way, and it didn't. As a matter of fact, her career took a tumble during that particular time. I don't think it was Meek's fault. I think it was just her trying to figure out whether she wanted to be pop or she wanted to be hip hop. She wanted to be a rapper, not just a singer, auto-tuning, you know? But I just think that she was going through a bit of a crisis as far as her identity as music concerned, you know. And I think when that situation fell apart with Meek going back to jail, I think she was still salty about that. I think she, in a way, kind of blames him for where she is, even though she should really blame herself, because as an artist, you can never allow your personal life to cloud your career. And you made the choice to get with Meek, okay, and stand by him. Even through the whole Drake beef, you know, even though she kind of straddled the fence a little bit. But be that as it may, she's moved on, right? You know, he's out. You know, he's moved on. He's focused on his career. And I think Nicki feeling some type of way. And when she was on stage this time, she said while she was performing, Meek still be in my DMs, I be having to duck them. I mean, I could tell you secrets, but I won't. Because being a bitter bitch is what I don't. That's what she said. But you said that you're not bitter, Nicki. But why are you still referencing that? Why are you still trying to insinuate that there's something going on there? You know what's very interesting? Nicki Minaj has never publicly acknowledged when Quavo basically talked about smashing and, you know, squirting on her face. She has never addressed that, okay? But she's addressing Meek Mill, who isn't saying anything about her until now. Meek responded on Twitter by saying, "Why you be so mad at me and not the people that came right at your neck? I'm cool, I'm doing good, LOL, something is wrong here." He's right about that. "Leave me alone. You know I get a little too out of control with the truth. Keep it classy." And I agree. Keep it classy, Nicki. Now, I want y'all to understand. I know Nicki Minaj got fans out there. I understand that. But Nicki, why are you continuing to go at somebody who's not talking about you? Why don't you address Quavo saying that he smashed and squirted all over your face? Why don't you address that? Why are you addressing a guy who isn't talking about you? Are you salty because he's moved on and he doesn't want to be with you anymore? Is that what you're upset about? Did you think that when he got out of jail, you'd be like the first person he called? No, you weren't. And I think you feel some type of way about that. I think that Nicki is angry at everybody because she feels like everybody else except her is to blame for why Cardi B has surpassed her in the eyes of a lot of people in either the industry or fans itself. even though I think that Nicki can be her own worst enemy, I think that she needs to focus on making music that her fans wants to listen to. Because at her age and where her career is, she needs to concern herself with maintaining the fans that she has and not, leaking fans, basically. Because Cardi B fans are basically were Nicki Minaj fans. But they were more on we want the old Nicki Minaj who was rapping and not singing and being pop and wearing all these colorful wigs and being a bunch of characters. Cardi B has those fans. You're not going to get those fans back. The ratchet fans, you're not going to get those back. Okay? And she's blaming everybody. I think she blames Meek for that. Because I guess she saw a future with him, being with him for all these years and doing this, that, and the third, but it didn't work out that way. So what we're left to look at is why you're still upset at this guy, okay? Why are you still referencing this guy? Why haven't you moved on? Why are you talking about he still be in your DMs? You be having to duck him. Doesn't he have your personal cell phone number? Or he doesn't? Is he just trying to smash? You think that he should be wanting a relationship? You're upset because of that? Or are you upset because his career is getting back on track? He just put out an album that everybody liked. I like the Championships album. I think he has some really good songs on there. Is it because, in hip hop, he's still held to a higher regard than you? Maybe it's because Meek has never tried to be pop. Maybe because he's not out here singing on songs. You know what I'm saying? But Nicki got to understand the blueprint of Nicki is being used by other women, especially Cardi B. And it's worked. And she's in a bit of a mental crisis because she's not where she was when she had no competition. But now that she has that competition, now she's lashing out at people. She's doing the Queen radio thing in order to keep people from speaking about it. Do y'all know that there's certain blogs that usually blog about BS that aren't talking about this particular back and forth? Because they want to kiss Nicki Minaj's ass. They don't want to report anything negative about her. With Cardi B, they report any and everything about her. But you don't report on the fact that Meek Mill responded to what she said on the stage. Nicki Minaj got y'all that shook? Come on, man. I just think that when you are an ex, when you have a new dude who has your name tattooed on him, you should focus on him. If Meek Mill is harassing you or if he's being thirsty, I can understand that. But what it seems like to me is that Meek is probably hitting you up, probably not that much. He probably hit you up here or there, maybe once, twice, maybe, I don't know. Maybe wanting to get together, reminisce, but not necessarily speak about getting back into a relationship. Because women of Nicki Minaj's stature in the entertainment industry don't start dating regular dudes unless the industry dudes are like, nah, I'm good. And that's what I think has happened in her situation. I think that she feels like she has to now date the regular guys because these industry guys aren't looking to wife her up. They just aren't, And she's lashing out at Meek when Meek is not even talking about her. I can see if Meek is putting your name out there, he's using you for the attention and clout, but he's not. He was cool about it when you referenced him in your song. But I just think that when women leave a guy, not all, but a lot of the dysfunctional few, I'll say that. When they leave a guy, they want to break him down. They want him to be broke, destitute. They want him to be single. They don't want him to be happy. I don't know what that is, but I've noticed that because once a relationship is over, and let's say that guy gets into a new relationship, his ex or let's say his baby's mother is upset about that because he's moved on just like you have. But in actuality, a lot of these women never move on. They can never really get a guy whom they feel like they should be with. They don't get a guy who may look the way that that you look, may have what you have, and they're feeling sorry, they're feeling salty about that because they feel like they should be able to date the same caliber men they date before, but that's not how it works. And I think that's how it is with Nicki. You know, she can't find another Meek Mill who she can get with like that. You know, so in this particular situation, I just don't get why you would like diss this dude when he's not really saying anything about you. I just think that when you are Nicki Minaj and you feel like you're alone, you're lashing out. And you're lashing out at this guy who you were in an intimate relationship with. You left Safari to be with him. But all of a sudden he's thirsty. He's in your inbox. You gotta duck him. Come on, man. He's already done smashed you. Probably a lot during the time y'all dated. He don't gotta be that thirsty for you. He don't. I don't believe so. But if you feel like this guy is doing too much, then you can address that. But you're on stage making a spectacle out of it, saying that you got secrets. You're saying that as if he's cheating on another woman trying to get with you. Or he's with somebody, but he's still trying to holler at you. I can understand that, but to my knowledge, Meek Mill is single. But you're the one in a relationship talking about who's hitting you up, who's trying to get with you. So I think that in this situation, man, Meek Mill responded. You can tell in a very frustrating manner because he's tired of her talking about him. He doesn't talk about her. I don't think he wants to be with her. That's why, Nicki, you have to get yourself together. Okay? You got to get yourself together. There's no reason in the world why you should be out here still upset and bitter about y'all breakup. I mean, you got to move on from that. You know, you can't stay mad forever on that particular issue. People get together and break up all the time. She's been in a few relationships since she broke up with Safari and then with him. She's been in a few other little short-term relationships. Whenever you break up with somebody, you gotta let them go. You can't let them control your mental space.